smokes, I need to read this comment. This was left on my Why the Rainbow Will Fail video, and it is outstanding. It was written by someone called the Water Dog 6. It is funny to think about, but often the most unreasonable people hide behind a facade of being intellectual, moral, and uncult-like. However, when you look closer, it's just the same thing they hate. Christians, for example, are hated. Why? Because so many people join just for the power to beat people over the head with the Bible to feel superior, despite it going against the religion, to right the wrongs as long as it's convenient and gives them control. I have some disagreements with this because I think Christianity can weave the line of control into good order. It can exist as this model to temper the nature of mankind in a way that creates glory and righteousness in a way that other sectors simply can't. You can see it in civilization, for example. It's higher tier, but anyway, let's continue. So it spawned the skeptics' atheist rise, a group of people who at first appear to be rationalist. However, on closer inspection, they are just as cult-like, but instead of worshipping an objective moral philosophy, they didn't believe in something, and it was more about being against certain ideologies. They claimed to be about science, yet only bothered to look forward as ammunition to beat down the people hated for beating people down. So it was for a time as a new group spawned. This new group was more obsessed with politics. They worshipped the government and politics more fervently than the Inquisition, and believed just as heartedly that you must die if you go against the church of modern politics. Just like how the fake people invaded the church, they invaded all corners of culture, trying to convert it like missionaries. The atheists were okay with it because enemy of my enemy and all that. The skeptics were only opposed when their egos and power were being taken away. Soon, movies, comics, politicians, entertainment, games, comedy, religion, workplace environment, everything was infected with their religion. This, much like the Catholics, the widespread infection and corruption led to sects breaking off and competing with each other, especially if they felt like they did not get top recognition. Oh, that much is definitely true. This led to the cult of feminism, trying to constantly right the wrongs of the past, not for equality, but the full control. The cult of sex and gender, where your sexual identity was everything, righting the wrongs of the past for control over those who oppose. The cult of communism and diet communism, otherwise known as socialism, who wish to right the wrongs of greed and capitalism, taking control but still possessing the element of greed they hated. The cult of science, righting the wrongs of ignorance and dogmatic control that held science back, while dogmatically only following the science that gives them more control and power. The cult of nature, who wish to right the wrongs of past pollution, while not giving solutions, only problems as they seek to control the industry. The cult of race, where your identity is purely your race and nothing else. Righting the wrongs of historical past was to give more power and control to the descendants who never experienced any of this, for more money, power, and control over the only race that ever did historical wrongs, white people. All these branches are broken off and now compete with each other, spitting in the face of anyone who disagrees and attacking anyone who does not stay in line. It's ironic how we became the very thing we hate when the ends justify the actions. Everyone wants to right the wrongs as long as it's the wrongs that are convenient and follows the doctrine. Most of these people are just empty shells looking for an identity. And if that identity is the same as everyone, so long as they get to be the ones to beat someone over the head with the Bible of their beliefs, they're just fine with it. It's why they're so miserable, because beneath that mask, there isn't a person beneath it. And with no face, they are afraid to shed the mask. That ending is beautiful, outstanding. I have nothing further to add to this. Top-notch work. I tip my hat to you, Waterdog 6, and the audience should too. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing. Oh, actually, hold that thought. I do have one request. Picture the world before the Americas and drop the phrase white supremacy from your lexicon. Now look at civilization.